Hello, hello, people of the internet. It is I, Solar Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are going to proceed and hopefully finish Mystic Eye Symphony. At least the main portion of it. I'm going to do the other 100 floors or whatever on my own time and do the challenge quest later as well. But, yeah, gonna finish this dreaded event because, well, I shouldn't really need to say why it's a dreaded event. You know, just thinking about why is ugh. But, yeah, before I truly begin, please be sure, if you are watching this on the YouTube, to drop me a like, comment, and subscribe to show the support. Also, come follow me on Twitch. Same name, same game, and there's always a stream. Okay, not always a stream, but there's a lot more content that you can watch, and you can catch things when they happen if you follow me. But, yeah, I think outside of all that, gonna push on into this event, and hopefully finish the story, because I don't want anything more to do with feet. Hey, Infinity Lord, welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How'll be things. So, shot 35, resting scene at the engine room. Oh, does that include the online mode? Congrats. I can't believe that there was still trophies for you to get after you already got the 100%. Okay. Yeah, I did respond. I did respond to your initial saying that you got 100%, so congrats on that. It is still wild that there is trophies beyond the Platinum, though. Beyond the Platinum 100% trophy. Hey, Velvet, welcome to the stream. How'll be things. And that is an adorable little emote. Patient dear. Indeed. Meanwhile, let me guess. I was gonna say, I wonder if Tesla and Edison are gonna be here. I think I commented on that last time when we first got the engine room was said to be a rest stop. Oh man, are we gonna be having Edison and Tesla coming by and trying to make the whole thing AC or DC powered or something? We'll find out, I guess. Oh, the 100% isn't a platinum. That's unusual. You started the event yesterday. I mean, I don't think it's not like there's a lot of hard to... it's not that hard to catch up. So, I think you'll be fine, Velvet. I think you'll be fine to finish this event if you wish to. Though, it may be a struggle for you if you share my disdain for... I can't even say the word right now because I know I'm gonna have to deal with it throughout more of this damn event. So good. My, Victor's girl has quite an appetite, don't you? It's a wonderful sight to see. Fortunately, my Steam conversion recharge ended sooner than I expected. True, this is a very good event as far as Bond goes. A very, very good event for bonding. Hey, J6, welcome to the stream. Happy things. The conversion rate for the connector I developed independently was even better than I anticipated. So go ahead and help yourselves to my spot. Don't stop until you're nice and full of energy. Oh. Thanks, Babbage. You best. Back to art you go. Fair enough. Enjoy your art and enjoy your continued growing streaming career. What are you at so far? I am legitimately curious where you are at since the last time I checked in. Let's see here. Doing good. Oh, you haven't streamed recently, though. I think you got a few more followers compared to last time. I'm pretty sure you got a few more. But, yeah. You're doing good, Velvet. You're doing good. But enjoy creating more and more art. Enjoy indeed. Who knows, maybe I'll commission you to make emotes, because I'm struggling to make my melt emote. Struggling very, very hard. Safari Week ends Friday. You're lucky enough to get one shiny so far under odds. That's fair, Velvet. That is fair. I've done the same thing previously, so I can sympathize there. But what shiny did you get so far, J6? Good. Good. Caution Koji! Artificial human recharging. What a rare and precious scene. Must record. You there, don't you stare at my friend's daughter like her. Like that, her mealtimes are no one's business but hers. Steam-powered peeping preventer, activate. You got a new game? Oh, what is the new game you got, Velvet? And a male duodo you named Andy, because why not? Fair, he does like his birds. He does like his birds. Also, why am I not surprised that Babbage has that functionality? I'm curious, though. I honestly don't know. Caution Koji. Is Caution Koji canonically a dude? Like, per actual history or myth? Yes. Okay. So that would be why Babbage would engage such things. You got your PS2 working. Nice, nice. Latest Rune Factory game. I see. To wait 2 extra weeks because you got the special edition. I mean, you know, sometimes the extra weight is worth it, though. Sometimes that extra weight is worth it. Also, Babbage, you really shouldn't just make a room very steamy if you're trying to prevent peeping, because that is a classic thing in anime and such. That just encourages more peeping because people will try to look through the steam hoping to catch a glimpse of something. Charging ELISA particles now. No issues with the conversion system. Particle levels currently at 82%. Continuing charge while maintaining parameters. Oh. Hey there, ladies. Pardon me. So this is the new charging zone. Impressive. Go ahead, there's plenty of room. Oh no, don't mind me. I'm just here to check this place out, because I heard it was cool. But I'm sure Zanzaburo needs to recharge as well. Please, help yourself. There's no need to be shy.
Zon?
You know, I'm actually not sure if he does. After RDR2, you have RDR1, DMC5, probably do RDR1 first, you have some progress. That's fair. That's fair. Also, J6, looks like you got another DMC player to chat with about a game that I have no real knowledge about, because the only Devil May Cry knowledge I have is from the anime. To be perfectly honest, I still have almost no idea how he works.
Zon?
We understand that he primarily functions using your magical energy, but that doesn't mean he can't also convert electric, steam, mechanical, or ELISA particle energy. You know, it's probably not a good idea to get more servants hooked up to ELISA particles. Same thing with Nobu particles. You should consider this a gift from Chaldea for hard work you usually provide. A bonus, if you will. Oh, speaking about bonuses, you're speaking Izumo no Okuni's language. I feel like... what is she commonly called by the fandom? Izumo or Okuni? I kind of feel like Okuni would probably be the more... I don't know, it feels better. Like, Okuni feels more suited for her? Maybe? But that might just be me. A bonus? I like the sound of that. I see. In that case, it would be rude for me not to accept, huh? Alright then, you heard the ladies, Zanzaburo.
Zon!
This time we're spending waiting to recharge, so it's a perfect opportunity to run maintenance. Who's up for an oil party? I had a feeling something like that might happen, so I brought some premium oil. Here, go nuts. To tell the truth, I've been wondering what this new Eastern robot was like for a while now. This is a good chance to see up close, and I intend to make use of it. I suppose new Eastern robot technically applies to Tame Tomo as well, but I get the sense that so much as turning my sensors his way will tip some sort of security mode or something. On another subject, it sounds like heal components are all the rage these days. What would you put on yours if you got some new ones? to go with rocket boosters. That way I can rush to the subject's aid at a moment's notice. Are you serious? Offense beats defense any day of the week. You can never have too many weapons for fighting off enemies. You could go with guided heal missiles or heal plasma blades that can burn through anything. See, this conversation I'm fine with, because it's kind of wacky given that it is a Liz talking about it. Hell, if you wanted, you can even make it a rocket kick that fires your whole leg as a powerful projectile. Which would you prefer?
Zon?
Oh, I think he's about to treat us to a Super Robot Kabuki show. Oh, Tenochtitlan. I mean, she's a city. Cities do have power grids, so her being here can make sense, I suppose. Hey, you touristy-looking one. Me. What is it? Or Talalak, as I prefer to call her. I can deal with servants hanging around here if they're just here to recharge like those guys. But you're the one who always complained to the captain about how the storm border isn't up to your standards, right? So what are you doing lounging around here if you hate our ship so damn much? Go sip your cup of corn soup somewhere else, why don't ya? You call that lounging? I guess that just goes to show how truly lacking your standards for comfort are. I was just taking a walk and thought I'd come see the heart of this machine while I was at it. Heart? Well, I guess you could call the engine room the heart of a ship. So what, a fancy lady like you actually gets a kick from a place like this? Well, more than you might think. Though I don't care for how your brain, that is the command room, is so full of unnecessary equipment. So this is the storm border, humankind's newest, and possibly last, home. Even though it was built thousands of years earlier, my city is still just as big, stylish, and pleasant to live in as this place. That aside... It certainly is lively in here, isn't it? You say something? There are multiple people in charge of this place, not just one, and with all these other friends of theirs here, it almost feels like a festival. That reminds me, do you run this place by yourself? Well, sometimes the Marines help me out, but it's usually just me. That's why I don't need you making any more work for me. I got my hands full enough as it is. I see. That you take care of the heart alone is impressive, but it also limits your capabilities. I guess that means my dream of a ship capable of transforming into a humanoid robot will have to stay a dream. Oh gosh, why do I feel like canonically the Master would be so freaking into Talalak here? Because canonically, the Master is a big, giant robot fan. And, I feel like Tenochtitlan here, Talalak here, is definitely scratching that itch for them. And don't get me wrong, she's definitely interesting. I'm not really sure. I know she's got a summer form coming up next year, but I don't know how prevalent she is in the story or anything of next summer, so she might move up in the waifu rankings by 2027. No matter how potent your long-range weaponry may be, it can never compare to hand-to-hand combat in terms of sheer coolness, can it? What the hell's her deal? Last thing I need right now is a weirdo like her hanging around, keeping tabs on me. Also, I've not been following the conversation between you and Infinity Lord. J6. Not at all. It's a lot of difficulty stuff from what I understand, though. T.O.B.? Alright. Of course, that unlocked a portrait bust. Of course. I did all the previous ones that I had gotten so far, but of course it unlocked another. Nope. I'm just gonna fight the general schmucks here and go from there. Alter Ego for this one. Should work fine. Also, if you hear the sound of a straw slurping, I'm drinking a chocolate milkshake that is still mostly frozen. Interesting. Very interesting who we're up against. It's fine, though. Oh, no. Oh, yes. I'm pretty sure Tiamon will be fine to KO them all, but never know. Man, I wish milkshakes and stuff that are frozen could melt quickly. Not fully melt, but... Hey, we got a funny NP! I've had this thing out for like almost an hour at this point, and it's still mostly frozen. So annoying, man. So annoying, but... You know, I'm just in a good mood right now, overall, because I am done with worrying about class stuff for at least a week and a half. I got the last of my essays done. Hallelujah. No need to worry about them anymore. I have no idea how involved next semester will be, but I am pretty sure it's not going to be as... Well, actually, it probably will have more writing components, because there's no actual coding or programming going on in my next semester. At least not as far as I'm aware. But it will be something I will find out sooner or later, but at the very least, the beginning isn't likely going to be that painful to deal with. Berserker. For this one. But, yeah, beyond that, though, things are going pretty well for me. The assignment was pain. So much pain. I had to look up, like... So, one of the assignments, not the primary web development course, but the IT concepts course, the final assignment had to do with web integrity and stuff. And part of it was that I had to, for at least... I barely use JavaScript so far, J6. That little bit that is already in the code that is in the Discord, that is all the JavaScripting I've learned so far. But the IT concepts one, the final essay thing was about ethics in IT. And parts of it were that I had to look up like 6 different national articles detailing various bits of how IT affects the workplace. Some of the topics I had to look up included the likes of provide a case where it was ethically responsible for an employer to look in on an employee's personal email, look into a case, find an article about a case where an employer looked into an employee's, or had a keylogger installed on an employee's device, and just stuff like that, which was so freaking difficult. I spent hours scouring the internet trying to find these freaking articles, and I couldn't just, you know, post the articles themselves in the paper and be done as references. I needed to read these articles, which means I needed to find freaking articles that were not locked behind a paywall or anything like that. It took me so freaking long to do. It was painful. Hey Janice, welcome to the stream. How be things? I'm just, you know, ranting a little bit about my final assignment for one of my classes that I had to work on for hours upon hours these past couple days. Assignments are all done. Event is progressing at a decent pace. I feel like I should get through the main portion of it here within the hour. Or within a hour, but yeah. Everything else was the assignments. I'm just so happy they're done. I do not have to worry anymore about anything with regards to those. And pretty much done with class until July. Because, you know, for this online schooling, there's only 1 week break in between semesters, which kind of makes sense. I'm pretty sure I've said what the schooling I'm doing is. If you're American and don't have Adblock on YouTube, I'm sure... Well, I don't think anybody in chat right now, except for maybe Infinity Lord, lives in America, but, yeah, essentially it is an online course, online schooling that has different classes. Like, every month you can sign up to enroll. There's a new enrollment period every single month. So that means there's a lot of different classes going on, but because of that, it is, very much a 1 week break in between, because it is very accelerated curriculum. Each semester lasts only 10 weeks, which isn't bad. You know, I'm very happy with how short the semesters are, because I've done traditional schooling, and 15-week courses, they can have some dead weeks in them, and I have not felt any true dead weeks for these courses that I've been doing, you know? But, it's also pretty good because I should have an associate's degree in Applied Science of Information Technology as of, February this coming year. I should have my degree, and I could very easily go for a bachelor's in said same degree with just, like, an additional year. It's just gonna come down to what my financial situation is come end of my associate's degree. If I've got enough money left over, I might very well go for a bachelor's. Heck, if I start making money either through independent IT work or through Twitch and such, I might do the same. And speaking of, you know, that actually does bring up a thought process to me. I am debating possibly doing sponsored streams, because Stream Elements has reached out to me a couple of times and essentially offered some compensation to stream specific things. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can say, like, the things. Nothing. I don't believe I've ever gotten a Raid Shadow Legend sponsor, but I have gotten some sponsors. Unfortunately, bachelors don't get you far in this field unless you're lucky. Okay, that is actually very good information to have, J6. I've been a little bit worried about that just because I have looked into the job market in my local area, and almost all of them request a bachelor's degree at a minimum, which is like, okay, but then they also require lots of years of experience. But just an example of one game that I'm being offered sponsorship stream for is something called Matchmakers, which looks to be a match 3 game. It's not really my kind of game to play, but it does essentially have a $20 base play. So I don't know exactly how Stream Elements works with regards to how they would pay out this kind of stuff, but I am heavily considering, you know, biting the bullet and seeing if it would be worth it. I wouldn't do it on, like, a scheduled stream day, I mean, well, I would add a day to the scheduled streams. I'm thinking, like, Tuesdays would probably be. But just, they also have a lot of strict requirements to it. Yeah, like, you have to go for so long, to stream for so long to gain these things. Yeah, so, just, again, the match 3 game, essentially, is guaranteed $20 for hyping the game on stream for 1 hour. An additional $40 can be gained by doing bonus activities, and an extra $70 can be gained for getting 5 people to play and hit goals. And the various goals are, I mean, some of them are kind of, I would not ask people to do because it asks for in-game purchases. But, yeah. I am debating seeing about doing a sponsored stream. Probably not this week, but possibly next week. Try your best at internships, gain experience since the field, getting a job, experience is finding a needle in a haystack, unless your area has more opportunities. Well, I do have a friend, actually somebody I play D&D with, that does have a job in the IT field. I don't want to ask them for a job, but they kind of soft imply that they would be willing to help. And beyond that, I do want to see if I can't do, like, independent website development as well. Because, you know, a lot of small businesses, they don't really advertise themselves online. Heck, the old job I used to have at a doctor's office, the website for the office is incredibly basic. I remember looking at it when I first joined the job almost a decade ago, and it's not changed at all over the course of this past decade. So I'm debating reaching out to my former boss and saying, hey, I've got experience in creating some websites. Do you think, you know, you would want me to update your website to give it a more modern feel for you or something like that? I am seriously debating making that offer, but that, or just making the website on my own first and then approaching them saying, hey, I know your website's really out of date. Would you maybe like, I spent some time, I made a new updated website. Do you want to take a look at it? And, you know, maybe we can talk me selling the rights of it to you or something like that. I just don't know. Yeah, I know. And I mean, that's another thing. It would be essentially a good way to build my portfolio if I got on my portfolio that I've made a doctor's office's website. I should probably focus it on the story. Da Vinci, are you sure this is the right way? I understand your confusion, but it's the only way left to go. If this is the only path left to find stuff we have yet to see, then we have no choice but to see where it leads. True, I don't see any sense in stopping when we're so close to being done. Come on, let's go. I mean, you seem to just be anti-sneak attack, Infinity Lord. You've been sneak attacked many a times, and not once have you truly fallen. It's the deck. Our scans show that re-entering the ship from the maintenance hatch up ahead is the only way to move forward. All thanks to the spatial distortions, needless to say. As I thought, the wind is very strong out here. Please be careful. Huh. Well, there's trees all around, so, you know, I don't think there's too much of a worry about falling off given the trees. Yeah, I'm definitely I do have the final copy of all the files that I made for my website. I wish I could link you all to the website, like the functional form of it, but unfortunately the functional form of it has my full name in the URL because it is a student like, it is specifically on a student server hosted by the university, and I don't want to put my full name out there, so that's kind of why the files in the Discord are essentially going to be the best way to actually see what my website looks like. I think it would be better for me to ask permission, Janice. You know, again, I have very much considered that, and it would probably not be a bad idea for just the fact that it would actually give me motivation, because I do tend to procrastinate very, very badly. I tend to procrastinate with stuff. Unless I have some sort of driving force motivating me, I will put stuff off for the longest time. Like, I've started and paused 3 independent stories because last year when everything happened, I had mentioned that, you know, I'm going to try my hand at writing, like, online, writing novels online. I've started and paused in 3 entirely separate stories so far, because I just don't have anything to light a fire to get me to do it. Watch it. You're just a normal human. You should know the winds out here could blow you away easily, and you won't always have someone here to catch you. True. I mean, like I said, the website for my old place of work is incredibly basic, and I fully intend to just make something completely different. I might incorporate some elements, but my intention is for something entirely different to be made. But you do bear a good point. I should probably consider talking to them first. When presenting portfolio, best not consider HTML, CSS, since someone considers so easy. Fair point. I mean, HTML and CSS is all I've really learned so far, outside of that scant bit of JavaScripting, but I am very much looking into getting a boot.dev subscription, possibly for my birthday, which would give me proper coding languages under my belt, because I did look at my schedule, and I'm not due to take Java courses until December. So I'm not going to actually learn the Java programming language or any Java coding until December. So, yeah. Thank you, Dusa. It's nothing. Any other servant would do the same. Please feel free to use me as an anchor master. I'm very confident in my stability. Look, foes are already taking shelter in my pocket. Well, at least it's nice to be outside again. The wind feels wonderful. So, Mash, are you essentially offering, standing cuddling? Because I'm fine with that. As a crane, part of me would like nothing more than to spread my wings and ride the breeze. True, this wind isn't bad. Well, I guess the wind is one thing that stays the same no matter how many millennia go by. Does that remind... Okay. I have an issue with this question here. As the master of Gorgon, Medusa, and Anna, we should know Medusa has no hometown. She lived on an island with her sisters. Why would we ask such a stupid question? Yeah, true. Only the scraps so far. Hometown. The only home I remember is a shapeless island. The wind there was... No, never mind. I can't remember what my life was like there. And the only part I remember is... Wait, something's here. Ritra! It's about time you showed up. Ritra! Miss Aura, you're one hell of a demon, aren't you? And a serpent demon at that. Welcome back, Velvet. Welcome back. Relax, Western Serpent. I'm not here to eat you. Okay, then, so why are you here? Yeah, I know what it is you seek. You wish to photograph servants. Just servants. Balmon, learn Photoshop. Which includes me as well, no? Did they? I didn't realize chat changed, or Twitch changed their chat UI. I mainly see Twitch through my creator dashboard. Or through VODs. And even then, usually when I watch VODs, I just hide the chat. Which is not a really cool thing to do, but yeah. Of course, I'm just dying to see what kind of shoes an infamous evil dragon like yourself wears. Is that so? Well, forget it. Called it. You're going to be done with this trial soon, right? And it's been going fairly smoothly up to this point, hasn't it? So how could I not stand in your way? I mean, how can you feel any sense of accomplishment if you didn't have to really dig deep to find the strength to push your way past a truly difficult obstacle? Besides, it's no fun for me otherwise. That's Retra's logic, alright. This is going to be a problem. I can tell she's pretty damn strong. What if we just ignored her and kept going on our way? I'm sure we don't need to photograph every servant to pass. Do you really think I'll let you do that? I won't. In fact, I already put an impenetrable wall around the hatch you need to pass through to move forward. The only way to remove it is to photograph me. Nothing else will work. So you want us to fight you to see if we can manage to take a picture of you? No, an ordinary battle would not be fun enough. I decided you need an obstacle better suited to this environment. And that is... the Chitty Chitty Fang Fang Wacky Dragon Race Extravaganza. Oh, Vritra. Never change. Now that we have the access to the deck again, why not take this opportunity to see who can perform the quickest and most precise mid-air maneuvers. I'll pull some floating rings in the sky. Whoever passes through them all and reaches the goal first wins. I got the idea while watching Ganesha and her friends playing in the rec room. Gosh, what racing game... I can't think of a Okay, so I don't play a lot of racing games, but I don't know what racing game involves going through the rings. I really don't. The only thing I can really think of is, like... I mean, and the rings aren't even required in Sonic Adventure Battle in the Tails levels. The rings just give speed boosts. And in Sonic Adventure Battle 2, the Tails levels are mech and sort of more shoot-'em-up levels, so... it's a reference to the song from opening of Ya Boy Kongming anime, which features Zhu Liang being reverse isekai'd into modern world. What? I understood some of those words there, Janice. And, yes, exactly, J6. Exactly. They're doing speed runs. Must we? Seems like it'd be a lot simpler to just fight her. Sure, you might beat a demon with the strength of a god, but I still like my chances. I like that look in your eyes. They may seem lazy and indifferent at first, but they're also filled with fire and rebellious spirit. No, wait, is that rebellion aimed only at the gods? It seems something happened to make you really hate them. Hey, Outlaw, welcome to the stream. Happy things. If you like, I'd be willing to give you some tips for the next time you fight a god. They're weaker in spirit than you would think, so the trick to enjoying them is to end to... That does sound interesting, but you still haven't answered my question. Do we really need to run this race? Yes, you do. You see, I placed special barriers around me as well. They're designed to create interference that will make it impossible for a clean shot of me. And racing me is the only way to disable them. If you win, only then will you be able to photograph me without interference. I arranged things so the winner is given a celebratory buff that neutralizes the barriers. And you really thought through every angle of how to be the biggest pain in the ass possible, didn't you? Yep, Elden Ring will happen after I've finished the main portion of this event, which is probably coming up very soon. Don't worry, I'm still a Chaldean servant, so I also made sure to implement safety features. I put up what is effectively a safety net around this airspace. So even if you should fall to the ground or lose speed, you'll never have to worry about falling off the border itself. I do appreciate you took our safety into account. However, that doesn't change the fact that if we don't race you and win, we won't be able to take your picture or move on to the area past the deck. Do you have anyone here who can fly? Don't look at me. I know I said I wanted to stretch my wings, but that doesn't mean I'm a fast flyer. Cranes have never been able to compete with hawks or black kites. I'm great at making my looms shuttle fly fast, but that's all. Come now, don't be shy. Why not just give it a shot and see how you do? I'm willing to be your opponent for as long as you like. In fact, I'm counting on you to try your luck, lose, and persevere anyway. I absolutely live for that kind of thing. Okay, guys, Reacher might be a dragonkin, but we don't actually know how good she is at flying. This could be a good chance to see our opponent's top speed and maneuverability. Would you mind being our first challenger, just so we can see what we're up against, Miss Bootline? I only came along to chaperone, but I guess getting stuck out here won't do any good. Very well then, I'll show you just how beautifully a crane can fly when she wants to. No, I think she would. Reacher's more about just making a challenge to be overcome, and she's very chill about it. She likes to be entertained, and I don't think that the Master of Chaldea falling off the storm border to their death would be very entertaining. That went even worse than I expected. How'd you go so fast, Reacher? Your cornering seemed impossibly smooth, too. How in the world did you pull that off? Well, I did make the course myself, you know. Analysis complete. I can see how she did it now. She's cheating like crazy. She made her own barrier into a tube and laid it out like a giant water slide. Then she activated Mana Burst inside of it and used the pressure created to propel herself forward. She wasn't actually flying at all. She was just shooting herself down the course like an air rifle pellet. No wonder she was zipping around so fast and turning on a dime. I'd call that more organized than chaotic, because there's no way if she was chaotic, she would like that. She would be cheating in that manner. Don't make it sound like I'm the only one being unfair here. I never said you had to use wings to fly. You can use whatever means you like as well. Use your heads, get creative, do everything in your power to overcome this seemingly impossible task. You're a really twisted demon, aren't you? At least she's a good example of what not to do. Hopefully my demons can take that lesson from her. Yep, I saw your guys' posts. I did see your guys' posts. Here's a hawk. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Lancer, huh? Well, I think I know who I'm gonna use here. Wow, Ilya's been brought in. I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this. I've run the numbers. Reacher's flying much faster than Magical Girl's top speed. Okay, Miu, let's be honest here. You're not flying. Walking home in an hour and 90 degrees heat? Oof, that's rough, man. That's rough. But yeah, Miu, you do not fly. Miu has so little imagination that rather than believe that magical girls can just fly instinctively, she just creates barriers of air to step on. Which is honestly probably more impressive. I thought it was 5 for each subsequent run. Beating her is going to be tough. That's what I read, at least. Santa! I guess this sheep just isn't fast enough. All these presents might be slowing me down. I'll try giving them out to children first. Logical, yeah. 3 copies of the new DD cards. Nice, congrats. Hang on, I already know who I'm gonna bring, and there is indeed a flying servant that is faster than her. It's not over yet, Master. We also have servants who are much faster than your average flyers. I'm not sure what this is all about, but let me take a crack at it. Okay, that should disable the mobile lap speed limiter and anti-mechanism safety. I'll also turn on the feature while I'm at it. I didn't catch all that. Maybe it's better we didn't hear those parts clearly. Don't worry, this'll beat her. Probably. $13, not bad. I know Yu-Gi-Oh cards can be pretty damn expensive. Hey, did I win? I must have won, right? Well, you did reach the goal before me. But you also skipped over half the rings. I went through them in a separate plane of existence while I was warping. Does that count? Of course not. Yeah, it's not too surprising. Reacher can cheat, but we can't. Hey, I know, maybe this is a job for my hippogriff since he's quick and nimble. All I have to do is make him phase in when we go through the rings, right? That should be easy peasy. Astolfo. Yeah, he is pretty fast, isn't he? It's working. They can do this. Go, Astolfo! And goal! Akabara would be so proud for the Astolfo appearance. Yay, I did it. I totally won! You certainly did your best. But aren't you forgetting something? Time is running out. Is there something else I was supposed to do? Time's up. Too bad you missed your chance to photograph me. Remember, you only get a buff that disables the interference the moment you win. Wait, really? Man, you're right. I can't get a good pick now. And after I won and everything. Oh, between the race and the photo, I'm running low on magical energy. So how long does this neutralizing buff last? 3 seconds. That's it? Damn. Since they've got to put all their energy into winning the race, this pretty much means that each challenger only gets one shot. This is going to be even harder than we thought. See, not only does the challenger have to reach the goal before her, they also have to be quick and precise enough to take a photo as soon as they cross the finish line. That's going to be a problem. We at least know there are servants who can beat her in a race, but if they also need to be ready with their photography skills the instant they cross the finish line... Excuse me. Okita J. Soji. Wasn't expecting her. This is a job for a jetpack. Jetpacks are the solution to every problem. Okita. Except when you have to stop quickly! You think you could lay down a cushion or install a brake cable or something? I might also be able to stop with my Dunzuki recoil if you give me a target to be safe attack, just like Okada. Poor Okita. Achilles! I mean, there's no way Achilles could lose here, but is he a good photographer? So I won the race, but I wasn't able to snag a pick. Turns out if you get to the goal too fast, she'll still be too far away to photograph clearly. Oh! That's a burn if there ever was one. That is a burn. Getting pizza tonight? I had leftover pizza tonight myself. Reheated in an air fryer. Which, honestly, I found air fryer reheated pizza is the best way to reheat pizza. So we need quick photography skills and expert racing skills. How can we achieve both at the same time? Is Smash having a brain blast? It's no use. The phrase Mr. Jetpack George has popped in my head, all I can think about now. Okay. This has to be something eventually. They made the freaking silhouette. We need Georges with a jetpack. Please tell me at some point this is at least a Spiriton outfit. We need Georges with a jetpack. Foo, 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 foo. Might have been the hint I needed. Really, Master? You know where we can find Mr. Jetpack Georges? I have an idea along those lines. What's wrong? You're not giving up already, are you? I think I see where you're going, too. Who could we get? I can handle the photography. Then I can be the one to give you a ride. Oh? Normal Medusa. Okita rammed into Izo as far as you're concerned? Fair. When does Izo never get bullied? Yeah, you know, Izo's just made to be bullied. What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said. Pegasus and I can run the race, and you can take the picture. As long as we're both on Pegasus' back from the start to finish, we should meet the criteria for the race, right? Well, that's probably just what Soul was thinking. I was actually thinking of bringing Melusine in, because I'm pretty sure Britra trying to brag about being the fastest dragon would definitely make Melusine go hard mode to prove her wrong. Plus, Melusine's kind of a little bit obsessed with us, so she would definitely also be fine for taking the picture as well. If we need quick flying and quick photo snapping, we can just divide those tasks between two different servants, especially since Britra never specified the race had to be one-on-one, did you? No, I didn't. No Summer Georges yet? Darn. You understand, right? We don't want you stuck here any more than you do. Exactly. I definitely wasn't expecting Vritra's hobby to prove this much of an obstacle. Speaking both personally and as a chaperone, I'd like you to work with whoever you have to in order to get past her. No, I'm pretty sure Melusine is far faster, considering she was able to fly out of the power of the Abyssal Worm. I'm pretty positive, at least. Let me get the Type Moon wiki up here. Fine, if we're doing this, let's just hurry and get it over with. Alright, here goes. Belafron! Is it okay if I touch him? Of course, how else would you ride him? Good boy. I'm counting on you, okay? Devil Medusa Dream Team. I'm sure a lot of people would say those words. A lot of people would love to say those words. You know. Pretty sure, at least. Pretty sure. Yes, and just like Saber Medusa's Chrysor, Pegasus is born from Rider Medusa's blood. So, this is the kind of family of 2 mothers and 2 kids working together. There's no way they won't be able to pull this off. Since I won't have anything to do until we reach the goal, I will give Pegasus some of my magical energy as thanks. I appreciate that. I have a feeling he's going to fly even faster than usual. Alright, let's go, B. Make sure you don't fall off. Are you kidding? Pegasus would never throw me off. That's it. Use every bit of wisdom and power at your command to overcome a seemingly impossible obstacle. So, I'm seeing something about surpassing Mach 2 as far as Melusine's speed. Let's see. Pretty sure Pegasus and Chrysor are twins. I'm pretty sure they are. Both born from Medusa's beheading. Alright, let's get to it. Show me what you've got. Exactly what I said. Okay, so 2 servants. I'll be using my Deuces. Because it feels thematically right to use my Medusas here. Also, it looks like Melusine claims she was holding back when she was going Mach 2. Resistance to everything but crits. Lovely. And yes, I do intend to level up another servant at the end of the FGO portion of today. Okay. Quick blast. Because apparently I need crit cards for crit stars like nobody's business. That was a hit. Mach 2 is 1480, and that is Melusine saying she can go faster than that, so honestly I believe her. She is the last true dragon, supposedly, so being a part of Albion. Yep, she is the last true dragon, just like I'm a rooster. I'm not a rooster. Bleh. Mixed up my words because I was sucking on some nice melted milkshake. Do-da-dee. Brave Jane. Greg. Yeah, I think she's technically one of Albion's claws. Left hand. It's the left hand, that's it. I am not a rooster. Left hand, it looks like. I simply misspoke there, J6, that's all. That is all there is to it. I simply misspoke. Do-da-dee. There's Rachel beaten. I didn't even see what new buff she had gotten. Okay, that was pretty easy. And I think my Mystic Code is close to leveling up. Did I see? Yes. Beat me in most shiny in a Sando. What's a Sando? I don't know what a Sando is. They did it. They got the pictures. Which means we have a clear path to the area beyond the deck. Ah, sandwich. Gotcha. Damn, I lost hard, but how could I not when you two are such a perfect team? Here. Were we? I didn't think I was anything special. It's time I send him back. Wait. Aww. Mother-son bonding. Mother-son bonding. So cute, I don't want to send him back. I could pet him all day. Are you done yet? Yeah, I'm done. Bye, Pegasus. Your brothers say they were happy to see you, too. I feel like the Deuces are going to be bonding quite a lot after this. Goodbye. You're almost to the end now. Hang in there. Gotcha. Maybe, but we'd have to make very strict rules to ensure no cheating. Which means you would need to disable... I would need to have a shiny charm, actually, because I'm pretty sure you have a shiny charm. You know, I get the impression Saber Medusa isn't working with Babon Sith because she wants to. I'm pretty sure she's just going along with her because she thinks it's the quickest way to resolve this. Which makes me think what happened in the forest was probably just some kind of deal they struck. Yes, I suppose so. I don't think you need to worry about that too much. The important thing is, given Babon Sith what she wants, it will bring the situation to an end. That much is certain. Man, this last trial was a pain in the ass, though. It would have been so much easier if we could have just fought or had a normal race. What would be the point of putting an obstacle in front of you if it was easy to overcome? I saw that dragon fairy flying around here when I first arrived. She was so fast and strong, I knew this trail had to be one she couldn't easily pass. No. So outside of big story stuff, I do not upload main videos on weekends. I do not upload videos on weekends, generally. Except for shorts, because I've got such a huge backlog. But, yeah. No videos will tend to go up on weekends unless it's special circumstances, like trying to get out the full story for a story section of FGO. Well, we did get through it in the end, but I thought we deserve a little more help after what you put us through. I suppose I can help you out as a sort of bonus reward. I did really enjoy watching you struggle so much. Since this place is so open and spacious, let's put up some benches, patios, and make it a proper rest spot. Excuse me. You have an alt without charm, but no herba. Well, like I said, I do intend to do a 100% dex completions, and I am gradually working my way through that right now on the off streams, or like in the in-between, but so eventually we can do that challenge, J6. Eventually. And yes, I do have quite a lot of shorts in the backlog still. Quite a lot of shorts. As for you, I'd like you to stay here and maintain those safety barriers to keep people from falling off the edge. Ugh, what a hassle. But since I'm in such a good mood, I suppose I can at least do that much. Okay, now that we can access the deck's hatch, we can go back to exploring the border and looking for more servants. Once we photograph about 30 more, we should have enough data on footwear to satisfy Babon's requirements. This is the home stretch, let's keep the momentum going! Also, I'm just checking, somehow, someway, the most recent YouTube short that went out there has an average view percentage, as in, the average amount of time people have viewed is 105% of the video. How did people view an extra 5% of my video that doesn't exist? I would love to know how that happened. Where did they find that extra 5%? Another artisanal spirit. Indeed. The deck has been added. Alright, and now it is speed run time. I was trying to reach that at the side. We're gonna go Uresh here. And let's go. Yeah, I mean, some of the VODs do incredibly well. Not a lot of damage is one of the few comma shorts that has a lot of freaking views. Like, for some reason, it has over 1,800 views. Compared to any of the other comma shorts, it is my best one. But it also has one of the biggest dislike ratio at a 42.9% like ratio, because I've got 3 likes and 4 dislikes on it. Alright, focus in. Doot. And dots. 2 doot. 2 dots. I mean, it's still better than the what kind of movie is this, which has no likes, which is kind of sad. Poor Kama. Why do people like seeing her bullied? Poor Kama. She deserves to not be bullied. Kama deserves all the head pats possible. No, G6, how could you? Why, G6, why? Why would you hurt me so? Now I am contractually obliged to upload that as a short to YouTube. I am contractually obliged. No, I will prove I am not. I shall prove it. One day. Probably not any day soon, but one day I shall prove it. Webcam isn't enough. What if I got a VR model? No, not a VR model. Gosh, what are they called? I don't know what they're called. I can't think what they're called. VTuber, that's the word. That's the word, VTuber model. Or PNG model. Yeah, what if I got one of those that proved I'm not a rooster and that I'm actually a dragon? Would you believe me then? No. You could... J6, with that very same logic, you could argue that I am a set of scales, because I am also a Libra. So am I a set of scales? But I have scales because I'm a dragon. You know. I do have... I am a Libra, which is a set of scales, and because I'm a dragon, I have scales. There's more correlation between Libras and dragons than anything, so I think it checks out. Well, like I said, I do intend to break out the webcam. My face, while I am continuing to lose weight, my face isn't... Excuse me. My face isn't really getting that much thinner right now, which it sounds like that is a pretty normal thing with weight loss, is that you'll lose some like fat from your face initially, but after that initial loss it gets harder and harder to do so. Not exactly based on months. It is, but it also isn't. It's like a month and a... It's like starts halfway through a month and goes through halfway of the next month or something like that. Also, no, I don't want to have to beat Precious Ortland. How dare they? How dare they make me fight my Ortland? For shame. I'm going to focus on Thrud most of all. I'm sorry, Ortland. So sorry. At least they never made me have to fight Mash. Because, honestly, of the basic 3 Valks, I kind of like Thrud the least. Just because they tend to use her more than Ortland. It's a jealousy thing, you know. I'm jealous that Thrud gets more attention than Ortland. You prefer the Chinese zodiac, which is based on a 12-year cycle. Yeah, I get that. I do get that. Let's see. I'll do Lancer again, I suppose. I mean, I don't deny she has some big sister energy, but... Yeah, that's one of the things I can't really change. In fact, how many years off would I have been from a Year of the Dragon? So... Dragon Zodiac. So I would either have to be 5 years older, or 7 years younger than what I currently am to have been born in the year of the dragon. And that just, you know, that's not really something I have control over in the first place, so. Kind of not gonna happen. Beep, bop, boop. People keep trying to have their kid on the Year of the Dragon such that birth rates are highest during Dragon Wars. I vaguely remember hearing stuff about that. Hang on, I'm checking. Are these both one turns? They are both fully one turn. Because of course they are. Of course they are. Fully one turn immunities. Works with water element. I don't know anything about elements, but yeah, I'm pretty sure when I was young, it might have... Yeah, it was when I was young, I read some sort of fantasy novel, where, like, the birth year... It was very much based on the Chinese zodiac, and depending on the birth year somebody was born in, a special guardian could appear for them, but the dragon guardian had not been seen in so long that it was believed that they would never appear. But eventually the protagonist of this novel ended up appearing, and during the ceremony, because the protagonist was faking their age or whatever, their guardian, the dragon guardian, appeared at the same time as the Year of the Rat, or something like that. And it was a whole thing how they have to keep it a secret or something. I honestly can't remember. I don't even honestly remember the name of the book series. But yeah, what is it? What do you mean by water element, Janice? Or if J6 wants to extrapolate. 2 dragons born at once is an ill omen. Interesting. Hokusai! Or rather, oi! Oh, wind sure is howling. Feels like I might actually see a carp ascend into the heavens and turn into a dragon. Nah, wait. The wind ain't that noisy. It's crying. Jalter! Think so? Doesn't seem all that sad to me. Yeah, definitely crying. I'm pretty sure it's a kind of Vorfrudweinen. Huh? I don't know what it means, but it sounds really cool. Vorfrudweinen. Tears of joy. An expression of joy and trembling anticipation. Okay, I'm actually going to look this up, because I know that Jalter does not actually know any German, and I'm wondering if she is making this up, or just guessing. Crying with joy. She got one of the words correct. One of the words she got correct, and there's some, you know, it's debatable. That could be one translation, but you need to work on your German lessons there, Shelter. You need to work on your German lessons. I'm gonna actually see what element mine is. Water. I am also a water year. Dragons are luck, wealth, power, and prosperity. Too much cause the opposite. Gotcha. So you don't want to have twins in a Year of the Dragon, essentially. I see. Can't you sense this new heat shaking the islands beneath us? Hell yeah, I can, but that doesn't mean we can do anything about it. You're right, it'd be stupid to hold each other back under the guise of friendship. All we can do is wait, for we are the ones passing ahead through the same battlefield as our companions. Hell yeah, and we're doing it with all this noisy wind blowing right in our faces. Badass. So cool. Oh, Chunies. The Chunie talk indeed. Man, I love that they made Jelter a Chunie. Fran! What is this adorable little thing there? Also, they clearly like Fran, considering this is her second appearance in this event. Heat? What are they talking about? It's cool up here. I'm glad I changed outfits and came up here after my meal. It's a perfect paraíso. So I'm going to take a nap. Donzo! We should be ashamed of ourselves. Indeed, our master's in trouble and we couldn't do anything to help him. I feel as though I've brought shame upon the entire Fuma clan. We need to make sure we're ready for the next time so as to not repeat this mistake. She occasionally has some appearances. I'm pretty sure Summer Fran appeared in Imaginary Scramble because there was an adorable line of her calling Lam Lam Mama. Which is why Fran is officially a daughter. Because, you know, Melt is a waifu. We must be able to rush to Master's side at a moment's notice and know that we can carry out this mission. Yeah, the Fumo clan does have a flying jutsu or two, but they're all a little too old-fashioned to be much used in a situation like this. We need to come up with a new Fumariu Musabi jutsu to suit the modern day. Fortunately, this is the perfect place for that kind of training, so I say we make the most of it. What sort of improvements should we try to make first? Okay, first off, why don't we install a leg booster to increase speed? Okay, why is Kashin Koji speaking so broken up now? She was speaking perfectly fine in the engine room. That sounds a lot more daunting than I would have liked. Lord Kashin Koji, no, we can't turn Lord Kotaro into a Karakuri. He's healthy enough as he is. Oh, good point. I mean, so Fran definitely tricks Moriarty by calling her Papa, but I think Babbage sees her more as his best friend's daughter, you know. But just because she has a father in Moriarty does not mean she cannot have a father in me, since, again, she sees Lam Lam, aka Melt, as a mother figure. Yes, and Fran takes advantage of that by calling him Papa to get him to do what she wants. Whoa, boss, if you're sitting on the rail there, you must be planning something wicked. Are you gonna jump off? I'm game if you are. Don't worry, I'll even let you go first. Where'd that come from? Hey, knock it off. Don't push me. I said don't push me. I'm not joking. Then what are you doing there? What else? This wide open space is perfect for an outdoor Atsumori rock festival. I call it the Nobu Aerial Atsumori Festival. This way is better than the Shimizu stage for this day and age. The legend begins. Good lord, that is a mouthful. This is gonna be awesome. Trust me, I know all about how singing and dancing in the real windy place is as rock and roll as it gets. Oh, I can't wait to see you perform a mid-air mosh pit stage dive. Are you nuts? Even a panic house isn't gonna have a mid-air mosh pit. How would that even work? I feel like we don't see Summer Nobu that often, although I feel like something's missing. Something I saw before. Howling wind, rock and roll, a trailer? That's right, I remember someone wearing nothing but a long necktie that flopped in the wind, and clothes made up of belts that barely covered anything. I think these are the backbone of rock. I mean, Nobu, if you want to change into that kind of outfit, I wouldn't mind. I don't think Okita would mind either. Yes, Moriarty does try to spoil Fran Rotten. So what, are you saying it doesn't feel like rock unless you're wearing belts and ties that leave little to the imagination? When you put it like that, I really don't know what I'm saying either. Well, I'm already in a skimpy swimsuit, so that's all I need. So all I need now is a necktie or a belt, and I should be rocking. I would not call that skimpy, Nobu. Yeah, that is kind of just normal. Maybe? I could see her talking about Roland there. Alright, someone hurry and find me an accessory. Revolution! Speak his name and he shall appear. Apparently. That's the good stuff. Nothing like the feel of wind on crisp wind on bare skin. It'd feel even better otherwise, but of course, I guess this'll have to do. Besides, this way the sensations on the skin that's exposed are even stronger. Oh, here it comes! Is that it? Come on, hit me with the hectopascals. It's okay, I can take it. There, it's a real rocker! Hello, Galactic Poliza. We have a suspicious person on the premises. Can you deliver an extra large pie on the double? I like to be ordering deliveries instead of making them, but oh well. When you order delivery from the Abyss orders deliveries from you. Or something like that. I have no idea what it means, but I think it's safe to assume I can at least grab a side of wings or something. So on that note, I've heard your cries of distress and I'm here to help. Where's the perp? Dealing with guys like that isn't really my responsibility. That seems more like a job for the authorities than a space detective. Need the right person for the right job and all that. Yes. Exactly, J6. Exactly. Well, no matter. Now that I think about it, I don't need any more rock accessories. I just need to get on the stage. I got the wind, rock, a skivvy belt, and boosters for pyrotechnics. That's everything I need to make this outdoor concert happen. Although if I could ask for even more, it'd be legendary if a surprise lightning strike or electric fire caused the whole show to go up in rockin' flames. But I guess that kind of stuff's out of my hands since it all depends on the weather. Alright, let's get this show started. Too noisy. There's the lightning, and so the Nobu Aerial Atsumori Fest. This way is better than the Shimizu stage for this day and age. The legend begins. Rocked hard, yeah. That is actually a pretty cool still there. Yes, a very long title. It's like a modern Japanese manga title, I'm pretty sure. It very much reminds me of most modern Japanese manga titles. I'm trying to decide here. Manga and light novel, yes. I think Berserker if I've got one. I don't think I've got another AoE Berserker that's 5 stars. I don't. Saber, then. Saber to get the Zerker and Lancer defeated. And then, we'll just have to have a duel between Sabas. Manga and light novel, too lazy to make a description, so they make the title the summary of the plot. I feel like that is the name of one as well, J6. I'm actually going to look this up. Okay, no, that... I would not be surprised, though, J6. I would not be surprised if that was, word for word, the name of some random manga out there. Why did I just do an NP seal on him? Damn it! You're going back to reading JoJo. Fair. I'm gonna actually look this up. Most ridiculous manga name. No, let's go. Longest manga name. ever. Let's see what kind of result this gives me. Okay. Okay. So, here is the longest one yet. My life is just as long as I expected after traveling to another world where I'm surrounded by cute girls at a magical high school and also the fabled hero of legend. But before I tell you that story, I have to tell you this story in which I was walking along with my unbelievably impossibly cute younger sister who doesn't like me at all. All she said to me was it was my fault she wasn't popular no matter how she looked at it as we walked to school together, and we stopped to look at a garden which had a flower whose name I don't remember when suddenly a portal opened up to another world, and when I landed in a field, my face was buried in the largest pair of boobs I've ever seen, and my sister hit me and called me an idiot while blushing, but then the girl I landed on saw the birthmark on my hand and gasped as she grabbed my hand, and I blushed, but she started dragging me away, and my sister got mad and chased after us, and I asked where we're going. She said she's taking us to Grimheart Magic School, where she was the school president, and then I gasped because I was now in a magical world, and when we got to the school, which was a giant castle, I asked the girl what her name was, and she said it was Akane Yusha, which I thought was a tad strange since she had blonde hair and blue eyes, and the entire aesthetic of the school seemed very ancient European, but I forgot all of that when she told me she needed to see the headmaster because she had been taught that the mark on my hand was a symbol of the reincarnation of the legendary dragon hero of legendary literature, and I said that was a cool thing to be taught at a school, or at our school. The only book we learned was Atlas Shrugged, and she asked what that was, and I told her it was a book society based on the philosophy on a speech, and she asked me to reset the speech, which I did, and the speech went for 12 years you have been asking. And that... No, I am not. I am not pulling your leg. Okay, let me see if I can't link this. Because do you guys honestly think I made that up out of nowhere? Okay, it looks like... Is this... Yes. So this is the name of... Oh. I can't actually... Okay, I can't post the actual title because it exceeds the character limit for chat. So I'm going to post the summarized version of the name because it's over 500 characters, the full thing. So that is the summarized name of the light novel. It's longer than 1 minute. I honestly had no idea how long I was reading that for. I truly have no long how I just rambled that for, but I might honestly splice that out and make a short out of it, because honestly that feels like a good short. One minute and 20 seconds. Good gracious, why is it so many of these? I need to bring another AoE Saber. Proto. Yes. But search that and then full name. Oh gosh, what I just read is a summarized version. The actual version is 196 pages long of the title. The actual light novel's title is 196 pages long. because that title is just the story. That's hilarious. Actually, that is kind of hilarious. And brilliant. Do that. Beat.
シールサーティデッションスタート。これは世界を救う戦いである。勝利。気力十分。
Let me see if I can't find a link to the actual light novel itself. Just to have some form of validation. Not that I think I need it, but just because I am legitimately curious. Found an article on another website. You're gonna brew your coffee, okay? Have fun, but don't drink too much if you want to keep growing. Remember, coffee stunts your growth. You gotta go back for Waiting Summer Pocket's Blue Reflection to come out in 4 days. I mean, you know, you don't have to read it if it's brain rot. I'm just more curious as to where I can find the actual title page. Even if the title page is 196 pages long. Also, good lord, Proto-Arthur, you're at 6 HP! I'm not paying attention at all! Proto-KO. See, can I find it? Anywhere online. I can't find it online. I really want to see if I can find it online to just find... Because this feels like a meme, but I'm seeing reviews for it. So it's like, this can't be an actual meme, can it? This has to be legit. I completely lost track of any thought process I had previously going. Just, I'm still in shock from that incredibly long title. I'm still shook, as they say. I mean, who in their right mind would do something like that? Also, do you really think... I just saw the previous chat message. Do you really think I would do such a... No. No. The stories that I have planned and have started writing are far darker than that. Heck, the story I got through the most progress of writing, the protagonist is... I mean, they're all isekai stories. But the protagonist literally falls to the world, their arm dissolves, and they go splat on the ground to start things off. Well, yeah, because I'm not published any of them. So I don't have the motivation a lot of the time, but I'm working on that. I'm working on getting motivated to actually write these things. I mean, they can't all be original. Let's be honest here. Isekai is such a saturated genre nowadays that asking for originality is asking for a lot. And again, when I do eventually put something out, I will probably advertise it to a slight degree, like in the Discord or something, just to do so, because it wouldn't hurt. I want to get a full chapter, like, not a full chapter, because a lot of online novels nowadays, they're many, many books long, and whenever I put one out, I want it to at least have one full book out before I start publishing the chapters, or one full book written. Well, again, found some animals you're missing in RDR2, stealing some more. 166 out of 178. You can do it! I believe in you, Infinity Lord! I believe! I mean, it depends, I would say. It definitely depends on the premise of the isekai. A lot of people find it fun. I mean, I personally I quite enjoy isekai myself. Granted, I prefer isekai with lit RPG elements in them, which is kind of what the stories I'm writing all have, is they have some focus of lit RPG, but, you know, that's a whole other story. It'd be more lit RPG than isekai, essentially. Yep, you've said as much before. You have expressed your hatred for SAO before, but again, I look back fondly on it. I look back fondly upon SAO myself. Beep bop. Welcome back, Janice. Welcome back. Just discussing. Did my replies not go through? I'm pretty positive I replied in the Discord. Did I forget to press enter on my various replies? Because that happens sometimes. Or the message will fail to send. Because that also happens sometimes. Okay, I was worried. Yeah, it definitely looks like you captured the essence of Chef Bima. I'm surprised you didn't go with his chef outfit, though. I am surprised you did not go with his chef outfit. So, yep, need to complete all of these. But thankfully, I got most of them done already, so this should be relatively quick. Do you have a Berserker that's AoE at this lower rarity? Yes, I do. Lancelot. Oh, Lancelot. Prepare to Gatling gun them all. Look, missing a parakeet, macaw. Okay. Interesting, very interesting. And do you need to hunt these down? You need to hunt these down, or you just need to, like, find them or something? Drunken Stagger, low chance. Okay, so they... Shootin, Kagetora, and Izo all have stuff going on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's try and take out Izo first. Focus fire him. Hunt and study. Okay. Well, but how are you gonna hunt and study something that's extinct? Infinity Lord? I don't know how you're gonna do that. It's gonna be very impressive. I kid. According to the rating on my own list, the highest rated isekai you watched was Spirited Away, which you gave a 9 out of 10. Granted, it's not considered an isekai, but I consider it one. Spirited Away. That sounds familiar. I can't place it, though. Oh, there's more. Good lord, there's more. I need somebody with sure hit. I know, I'm making a joke, Infinity Lord. I'm making a joke. I need sure hit on a servant. Fantastic. Or ignore invincibility. Huyan? Are you AoE? You are. Huyan. It's a Ghibli movie. That's probably why it sounds familiar. Bima's Holing is something from your country called a Nasai Tumpeng, a dish that usually cooked for celebrations such as birthday or anniversaries. Consists of rice cooked with turmeric, hence why it's yellow, sliced tomatoes, chicken, hash brown, omelet, fried tofu, tempeh, etc. Okay. Sounds like a very complicated dish. Why is it... It must be because of another anime I watched, Shokugeki no Soma, that I know that, rice... Yes, Food Wars. But I know that rice colored yellow is because of turmeric. It has to be because of that. Because I don't cook enough rice to otherwise know. What extinct from 1989. Okay. Oh, Huyan. Huyan. Oh, Huyan. Why? Poor Huyan. Why didn't you KO them? Huyan. All of my really powerful ones are out. Damn it. Shiki, are you AoE? I can't remember. Yes. I have a perfectly usable Dante's. He's my next option. Adding curry powder while it's cooking can turn rice yellow. Huh. Didn't realize that. That is news to me, J6. Some styles of Chinese fried rice can make. Okay. Pardon the yawn. Where was the ignoring? It's a one-turn ignoring Vince. That's not good. Only a one-turn of ignoring Vince is not good at all. No, I need harder hitting than that. I've been going for almost 2 hours here and I haven't even started Elden Ring. I don't want to have to do this. But I might need to stop here. That would mean Wednesday finish this. I'll do these portrait quests in the off stream. Wednesday come back, do shot 50. Challenge quest is available after the initial bit, right? The challenge quest is available after the initial, like after this floor 50 completion, right? So if so, then what I might do here is off stream, I'll come in here and do this with, excuse me, Zhang Yu, because he's got a 3-turn ignore invincibility and he's a berserker, so he'll kind of hit a lot harder. And go from there. So that'd be Wednesday floor 50 challenge quest, and then move into Elden Ring. I think that might have to be what I do. This will... yeah, it's not worth it. Sadly, not worth it. So yeah, I think I'm going to level up the servant at the top of the level up order here as much as I can, and then I'm going to take a brief break so that I can go to the bathroom and boot up Elden Ring, and then I will start the Elden Ring portion of things here. So Servant at the top of the level up order document is Bhima. So Bhima shall currently, unless some other servant randomly jumps up there, be next. I need to take out some foes. I feel like it might have something to do with the Nista guys being a key component to things, but that's just my guess. So this should bring us to 14 of each. This would be 19 of each. Do I have another small amount of them, or no? It doesn't look like it. I'm trying to get some of these 5 ones out of the way. I don't have any other small numbers. No. Okay. So just take another random 5 from the lower domains. Bebop. Okay. Yeah, it is a very... I feel like it is a very shabby reasoning as well. Not next level... Okay. So, Bhima, Bhima, Bhima. Wherefore art thou, Bhima? Alright, Bhima. It's time to beam up your stats, as you are the next contestant on Level That Servant! Woo! Go watch. Well, after this, I am going to be up for some Elden Ring. Night Rain, if you're up for it, J6. I will be launching the Night Rain and hopefully taking down the Sovereign Gaping Maw. Hopefully is the very much keyword here. What are my numbers otherwise? I need to withdraw some golden embers here. So I don't want to tap into 5-star embers unless I really need to. So yeah, this is going to be where the FGO portion of the stream is going to start winding down with Bhima's leveling. And... okay, thought I might have been over. Here's some food for thought. I've already eaten food, though, J6. That'd be silly to offer me more food. Yeah. They do indeed both have gaping in the name, and they are both kind of dragon-shaped. Are you suggesting we try and get anti-dragon weaponry? Because I feel like that's what you're suggesting, J6. I do feel like that is what you might be suggesting. Right. Next ascension for Bhima should be the Chef Ascension. Yeah. Called it. Guess I should wear something formal for a change. I even like this too. You got it wrong, the outfit isn't for rituals, and it has nothing to do with me being a part of the royal family. Then again, maybe that is what it was for, but it's just easy to cook in this outfit. It does look like it'd be an easy outfit to cook in. Indeed. But I do think I prefer this. So, having seen all of Bhima's ascensions through the course of Ordeal Call 1, I think his final ascension, where he is essentially a Power Ranger, is the favorite of them all. But I think this is a good second pick. I think this is a good second pick. Gaping Jaw has a gaping jaw, Gaping Dragon has a gaping hole in torso, with a ribcage pointing out and used as teeth. I don't think there is a blunt weapon, though. If you're thinking we should, you know, smash the bones of its body. Or take it before it gets cold. What? The dish is already looked clean. Fine, I'll make another real quick. Hold on a bit. Alrighty. Keep going with Bhima. Also, with regards to starting the Night Rain portion of the stream, I am going to stop the stream as it currently stands, because I've found that trying to compress the video on my computer and then upload the compressed video to YouTube takes about a day's time to do when it comes to Night Rain, just because of the sheer size of the files due to everything going on. However, exporting the video from Twitch to YouTube is a lot quicker process and actually doesn't impact my computer. Whew. This here is the armor I wear whenever I need to go all out. From now on, I'm going to get a little serious. So, sorry to say, I may not be able to make you some grub. Or even fly even if you tell me you're hungry. Yes, that too. So, but yeah. So that's why I'm gonna end this stream for FGO, because I did check, even if I change the title in the middle of stream, it does not split the stream as far as the VODs on Twitch goes. So if I want to upload a VOD from Twitch to YouTube, and I don't want it to be both FGO and Night Rain, then I need to essentially only have a Night Rain VOD. Yes, exactly. I need to take up more 4-star embers, because I am getting low. That should be enough. I'm almost out of 4-star embers. My enhancements are gonna start being a little bit strained here, I think. Or I'm gonna have to start tapping into my 5-star reserves, which, push comes to shove, I can do that. That's why you just have to record on OBS. Fair. Final Ascension. I'm sure you're aware that to make a great dish, you need very specific things. Time, materials, labor. It's the same with servants. You've offered me, a servant, so much. So I gotta repay you. Don't worry, even if something's missing, I'll compensate by just powering right through. That's one way to show off my aptitude as a chef, and as a soldier. Alrighty. Well, see, the thing is, though, J6, is even if I record it all, the size of the file is still immense, and compressing takes like a couple of hours to compress the video file down, and again, it's almost a day to upload even that compressed video file. So by just sending the VODs straight from Twitch to YouTube, it doesn't seem to use my internet at all. I mean, even the shorter ones take a while. Even the shorter Elden Ring ones take a while to do. Although, to be fair, the ORT raid, for some reason, by cutting out all of the dead air times when I had to reset FGO, that increased the file size for some reason. I have no idea why that's the case, but it did, and it was annoying. Alright, so we are now in the upgrade Bima's skills. How will we be able to get him to a 666? How does it tell? Do you have any idea how it tells if it's been through Twitch or? Interesting. And it does look I will indeed be able to do a 666 here. That's good. That is good. Well, I'll be able to compare because the Elden Ring Night Rain videos or VODs should start going up, and some of them, excuse me, were compressed by me, and some of them were uploaded directly from Twitch. So I will be able to look into that a little bit. I will be able to look into that a little bit here, but I'm going to start signing out on the FGO portion of tonight here. So, I have been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way it so see fits. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out me here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games, plenty of content for all to enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It shows some engagement. Follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live, and you can check me out live. And join the Discord. It is in the description below. But once again, thank you all so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, YouTube.